Have you back here watching TVC News Hour? Ekiti State governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Fayemi, says he would resign his appointment as Minister of Mines and Steel Development in 2 weeks. Fayemi, who was on Saturday declared winner of the APC primary, was in April granted a month of leave of absence by President Buhari to enable him take part in the primary. He secured the most votes in the rescheduled exercise, polling 941 votes to defeat other aspirants, including a former governor of the state, Segun Oni. For more on this, we have with us in the studio APC's Publicity Secretary in Lagos State, Joe Igbokwe. Good to have you here.
Thanks for
on the News Hour. So let's begin with this now. Fayemi's emergence, some would say, is more or less a plus or a minus for the APC, knowing that he once lost as a sitting governor to the PDP. How do you take this?
Did he lose the election? He did not.
How do you mean?
The facts are there, what transpired in 2014. But we're not going to go into that. That was 2014. This is 2018. We'll see what is going to happen, but he is a candidate to beat this time around. And we have everything going for him. There will be no PDP to rig anybody, no federal PDP to
I thought this matter went as far as the Supreme Court, and at the end of the day, Fayose is still sitting there as the governor of the state, talking about the facts now, the facts that we can see, not the altruistic fact that we don't know about, but the ones that we can see says Fayose is still the sitting governor of Ekiti State. But let's fast forward.
We're talking about 2019.
Yeah, let's fast forward to what he said, that how prepared are you really to unseat the party, the opposition party, as it may, seem to be strong in that state?
I mean PDP?
Yes.
When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. But let me tell you, the dynamics, like I always said, have changed. And it's not going to be the same again for PDP. Remember, that's why I said he was rigged with Topa in 2014. Remember, our leaders were going to Ekiti for campaigns, and they were stopped in Akure. Nobody allowed them to enter Ekiti State. They came back. They did what they wanted to do and got away with it. But in 2019, there won't be any PDP at the federal power to help. You must win the election. You know the man who is sitting in the saddle? He wants fairness in everything. So let's see how it goes. Now,
you mentioned that you have confidence in Fayemi's, win or victory in the polls. What makes him more of a grassroots politician to the people in Ekiti State? Because they're more or less related with the PDP, that's Fayose and the likes. Do you think the APC has what it takes to win the grassroots when the elections come proper?
Well, we're not talking about stopping by the roadside to, if that is what we call grassroots, stopping by the roadside to eat amala or take pomo or buy this and that. We're talking about a state that is described as a fountain of knowledge. I remember in 2014 when the Ekiti people were getting set to make the mistake they made. Professor Jide Osuntokun came with an extensive article. He said, look, he understands that Ekiti people are wise people, and he knows that they are still very wise. That they should make sure they keep Ekiti State as a fountain of knowledge. But the rest is now history. They made that mistake, and we saw what happened in the last 4 years.
All right.
Fayemi is coming back to make a statement. Forget about what happened in 2014.
Let's talk about your own house now, putting your own house in order.
Yes.
The Semin Rift, Ojodu pulled out of the race even before Saturday, alleging some irregularities and some issues that perhaps we shouldn't go into now. But tell me how you are going to be able to put this house together and have a formidable force.
Of course, after winning the primaries, he started going to those that contested with him. He met them, and I understand most of them are going to be in the campaign advisory committee. So that was a very great move to reach out to them. There was an attempt to do the first primary and he failed. But God, he was winning. thought they was winning. And it was stopped. And they came back. They won again. 941 against 481.
No, he took the place being armed to the teeth, because what we saw really, the state was, the venue of the primary was armed to the teeth to prevent people from
moving in to the venue
and have the result. Which of course I want to ask, is it an epiphany of what will happen in 2019 in terms of the use of security force to, I mean what's going to happen in July to prevent some kind of violence?
No, well, if we are in the era where people think that you can use violence to achieve anything, or you probably win election by force. These things are gradually sinking into the minds of people that it's not going to be business as usual. We try to do it the way we did it in Lagos. Although the security, when we did that primary in Lagos in 2015, 2014 or so, thereabouts. It was security, but it was relaxed because everybody, about this one, what happened in Ekiti before the latest one, took everybody by surprise, and then they have to provide security because those who were not supposed to be in that venue came to that venue. That's why they had to relocate it, and you saw how beautiful the thing came out to be.
Okay, let's look at the party. Yes, from what my colleague just mentioned, the party has started with some internal crisis, and right now the party is talking about 2019, and now the test waters is this one holding in some months to come. Do you think the APC has what it takes to, keep hold of power or take hold of power from the PDP in Ekiti State and also in 2019?
Of course. Of course.
What gives you some
every other thing considered, we have APC is APC. APC is not PDP. And if you look at Fayemi was said to have been voted out, quote unquote, in 2014. Probably the impression is that he didn't do anything. But if you go there, you still see the legacies. We knew what happened then, but nobody will have an opportunity to do what they did in 2014. That's where the fear is, and we are coming into it with a full muzzle. It's not about. It's going to be clash of scholars.
But remember, a house divided against itself cannot stand.
Those things are part of democratic process. APC is a big party. Nobody wants to be shoved aside to the back seat. Everybody wants to be in the front seat, driver's seat. And it's sure. Look at how we manage Ekiti. 33. That shows you the love for the party.
How do you mean?
And
how you manage Ekiti?
They were 33.
Aspirants.
The other one, three aspirants. So if it's not a serious party, they can't be 33 contestants in one party. It's not the only PDP and APCs that we are not the only two parties you have in Nigeria.
Okay, I think Esther's question actually even dovetail beyond Ekiti now to say, what do you think would happen given the antecedent, given what we have as ordinary Nigerians now? Would you think they'll be willing and going out now to vote in 2019?
Why not? Why not? There must be election every 4 years.
Why do you think ordinary Nigeria will vote for APC again come 2019?
When we get to the bridge, as I said, we'll cross it. We'll bring to the
There is a bridge. There is a bridge in front of you now. Would you mind crossing it for us?
We will bring to the fore what we have done. Humongous, gigantic. It's just like some people don't want to see anything. But when the time comes, we'll bring it to the table. We'll force them to see it. We'll put them on the screen, and they will be seeing it. We'll force it to their bedrooms, and they will be seeing it. They'll be seeing it. Somebody just said, Alasha Dras, Alasha Dras said, when you have broken down a state for years, people, we're engineers. We understand these things, that when you bring a structure down, it will take you time to build. Remember the 110, the Twin Towers?
All right.
It took them 2 years to clear the Ogian stable. We are going to do the same. We are doing the same. By 2019, you will see the real APC. By the time we begin to shut them up with achievements, it's too much.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Many thanks for your time and contributions on to CNews.
You're welcome.
Mr. Joy Igbokwe.